Our spotlight author for this show is a powerful woman named Alicia Oglin, but her readers know her simply as Chemistry. Not only has she written a line of great erotic stories, she's a driving force in the industry with her online Go Getter magazine. Without giving too much away, here is our spotlight author for episode 2, Chemistry. Tell me, what first inspired you to write?
Well, my first inspiration to write was probably when I was in school, in high school. I took writing and I love music and I love reading. So when you go through my things, you have a wild imagination. You start to put it on paper and it's kind of like, why don't you start, use that talent, to entertain people. So that's pretty much, what started me wanting to write. Plus I have an imagination, a wild one.
Okay. So how did that lead from you being inspired to write to your first book coming out?
Well, I actually was in a bad relationship, and I kind of always kept a journal of what was going on and kind of, got it down what I was feeling. So I took that as a learning experience and also as a motivation to write, maybe, not only put in a book, but kind of help other women, because there are other women that go through this and found themselves in a abusive relationship, and we were engaged. So I called the book almost as a count because, I almost always got to the point with the relationship where we never reached that point. So that's pretty much how I came about writing the book, my first book, almost as a count.
Very good, very good. So, how do you feel? I'm reading stuff about you. I see Go Getter publications. I see all this going on. How's this all affected you since your first book?
Well, it's a little overwhelming, It just pushed me to do other things. I love reading. I use that as a way of, helping our African American writers and doing something I like doing. So starting the book club was something that exciting, and with the magazine, that kind of came along as one of my goals, what I want to do too, because Go Getter magazine is targeted towards plus size women, and I'm a plus size woman, and we also incorporate new author spotlights on the interviews, so that's pretty much what that came about.
All right, I'm gonna throw some words at you, okay?
Okay.
Single mother, strong black woman, very confident in herself. How do all those incorporate into your writing?
I mean, it comes in because I'm all that. I'm a single parent. I'm a mother. I try to be as strong as I can be as a black woman because, it's harder on the black woman in the world today. And, I just try to be all that. I mean, I have no other choice.
And from that comes inspiration in your writing and everything. I bring that up because when I hear people talk about your work, when I look at your descriptions of your words, it just seems that all that you just want to get out comes out in your books. And you should be commended about that, which is why, again, you're a spotlight author. My next question...
I mean, I try to only write what I feel, and some of it is, something made up, but a lot of it, we write through life experience. I mean, and you incorporate it into your writing. I mean, that's life. Life is a book.
I mean, sometimes you really have to incorporate that into your words. My next question is, do you think you're keeping it real? Because there's a lot of authors who don't keep it real in their work. Do you think you keep it real in what you write?
I think I keep it 100% real. I mean, I don't try to be other than what I am, and I only write what, I write real things. I write what goes on in the working of everyday lives. What I write goes on. People may not talk about it. They might do it behind closed doors, or they may not, voice their opinion, but it goes on. That is life. I'm around people like that, so that happened in my life, so it's real.
So you like to tell a story that needs to be told. I like that. I really like that. Now my next question. Your books are real, and sometimes they're a little bit real, if you know what I mean. What was the inspiration behind a lot of the, shall I say, you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yes, I do.
So what comes from the inspiration of that? Well, let me be specific for my audience. There's a lot of sexual tension in your books. What's the inspiration for that?
The inspiration is real life, kids fantasy, what people really think or what people really want, and they just don't have that gumption or that little boost to say what they want. And I mean, everybody has a fantasy, and I just incorporate that in my writing.
So that's good. So you have two titles. Tell me about both titles. Give me just run down a description of both titles.
Okay. Twice Before. That basically got a book out there with me, and it makes about a woman who has everything a woman would want in life. She has the perfect, so-called perfect life. But on the inside, you know, she's lacking that fulfillment and fireworks that she wants in the bedroom. And without giving too much away, I mean, it kind of wants that and goes out searching for that, and it kind of leads to some disruption in her life, and it's kind of not, you know, what she expects. Sexual repercussions is based about two best friends that relationship has stood the test of time, has been with each other since 16, but one has a huge jealousy of the other one, and she betrays her best friend in a way that you just, it's like an ultimate don't know, just something you don't do, and she did that, and it just leads a life of regret, betrayal, and payback, and just, you know, a roller coaster, a little bit of everything. I mean, it'll have your instinct.
So tell me now, how has your first book been received so far?
It didn't do as well as I wanted it to do. I guess some of that, like me being a first-time author, and you know, I think I was, you know, ready to be published, and I didn't really know how to go out and push it and you know, put it out there. And it didn't get the publicity that I think it should have got. It's like, you know, I should have did more networking, more publishing, more broadcasting, letting people know about the book. So, you know, a lot of people didn't know about it, you know, and, you know, that's a learning experience. I know what mistakes not to make with these two upcoming books that I have coming out.
Do you think you're being overshadowed by other authors as part of it? Because your books are very good from the descriptions I've read. Do you think other authors overshadow yours?
I wouldn't say they overshadow. I just feel that, you know, it's harder on a new author that's coming out than it is for the seniors or the ones that are well publicized and well known. And I think sometimes, you know, the new ones have a harder time getting their self-noticed and getting their books read. But, you know, once they get a whim of what you're writing and what you can do, then, you know, it kind of, you know, paves the road to open more doors for you. You know, you have to just promote, we have to put ourselves out there, we have to put that book out there. You know, one good review can make a world of difference for the world.
Next, find out what generates the friendship of authors Edgar Young and Tracy E. Christie.